is angry at me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. They had enough and like, all right, the conversation kind of naturally dies. So I'm like, okay, man, you're free to go.
It's a hostage situation.
Yeah. Release you back into the wild. Well, thanks for coming on. Today's guest is Robert Mungle, Robert L. Mungle. You can find him doing comedy shows, and if you watch any anime, you'll hear his voice at some point.
Yeah, some point.
At some point, it's unavoidable. Going to throw up the picture we took, so the folks can see
my fancy face.
Yeah, very fancy today. Yeah, no, that came out really nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that handsome devil.
Woo. Yeah, we did really good. We nailed it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We got some cool stuff. I like that you didn't take the readers off like in there. They're the wrong readers too. Yeah. They don't even work anymore. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're barely, slightly. Yeah, I need to upgrade. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Well, welcome on. So when was the last time you were on stage?
Well, doing stand up or comedy or like
Well, I guess comedy because for the sake of the podcast.
Well, I was on stage in Dayton, Ohio last week.
Very cool.
I was at a anime convention speaking, and I do I do the panels and I take questions and whatnot, but also I do a stand up show that's devoted to anime and stories from conventions and working in the anime and voiceover work.
So you see some crazy stuff at those conventions?
It's not so much anymore. I appreciate the commitment to building the costume that must go into it for some of these people. Most of them kids, and the elaborate nature of them is quite impressive. And the attention to detail is always impressive to me.
What kind of costumes do you normally see, man?
Oh God, you see them everything. Oftentimes when I go to these, they wrote me into judging the cosplay contest, and there's multiple times that I see these guys who come rolling in on an Optimus Prime, when he's the 18-wheeler, and then he pops up and turns into Optimus Prime.
Oh.
And it's an actual Transformer, and I've seen them do those a bunch of times. And I'm like, man, by now there's got to be a kit you can download online, but the ability to make it is quite impressive.
I would imagine that those guys are either buying on Etsy or making it themselves, and
they're definitely virgins. I'll tell you that.
100%. Yeah, no one's questioning that bit.
Yeah.
You got to do something with all that extra time.
Sure. I agree. Yeah. A lot of pent-up energy.
A lot of pent-up energy. A lot of extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot, to lose your virginity.
Right.
You have to go outside.
You have to actually talk to people.
You have to talk to people, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's not let that happen. How long have you been doing the Outlaw comedy for?
Well, the Outlaw comics were started in the 80s, I believe.
Yeah. I had Al Freeman on pretty recently.
Yeah.
You spoke about that.
And so it started back in the 80s, and then it was, it's where Hicks and Kinnison and people back then. It was Riley Barber and a guy named Jimmy Pineapple and the Houston legend Andy Huggins. They they started it, and it sort of faded away, and then about 4 or 5 years ago, Jimmy Pineapple brought it back, and he's bringing some of the old guys from back then, as well as a new breed of Texas outlaw comics.
Yeah, that was the show that I saw pretty recently. The one that Andy was on pretty recently back.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they're doing it. They have another one scheduled for March in Louisiana, somewhere, and then there's 2 more in April and May. I don't know where those are, and I think I'm on the April one.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so you get to go back up on stage with them.
Yeah.
Man, poor Andy. He's been having a hard time now.
Yeah, he fell in the airport.
Yeah.
In Phoenix, of all places.
My
buddy Ben flew out there and helped him out. He was kind of being his nursemaid for a few days.
Awesome.
Yeah, and apparently he's got another week or so, and he's supposed to be able to fly. He can't fly right now because he fell and broke his arm and broke his femur, I think.
Yeah.
So he's not able to fly, and nobody's going to drive out there. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, and he's got to heal first. That'd be one bad drive. Can you imagine,
you have to hire? Yeah, you got to hire an ambulance to drive the whole way.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, probably. I mean, my God, the guy, he got beat up pretty good.
Yeah, that sucks. And Comedy Legend is down. Man,
Yeah.
I love Andy's one-liners. He's always been like very sharp with those.
Yeah, I remember his birthday was just a few days ago, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish him happy birthday on the Facebook.
Years and years ago, not years, maybe 10, last 8 or 9, we, myself and a couple other people, for his birthday, we had the city of Houston proclaim his birthday on that year, Andy Huggins Day in the city of Houston.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and we did it. We wanted. I think it was I forget which. Maybe his 70th. I can't remember, but we had this little proclamation made up, and they printed it out and they presented it to you, and I was so surprised at the ease at which the city of Houston will give you a day devoted to someone, because all it required was like $40 and a brief Google search to make sure they're not like a Nazi or something. And then they give it to you. So it was so easy to do. I started thinking I might do this to impress chicks I want to go out with. Just get them a day, because nobody seemed to care. It's like, and when we picked it up, there were like 60 for that day. I'm like, oh my God.
I bet you those Comic-Con kids aren't thinking about that.
Yeah. Nah. It was amazing. Yeah, like any restaurant or store, if you got a business, you can get a day. It's like $40.
Yeah,
It's
you should
great.
definitely do that. That
Yeah.
seems like easy free marketing almost.
Right? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, I think most people don't think about that third way of marketing. Like, you could, get people's attention by just like sending girls in nightgowns smoking cigarettes, and like they're smoking
Right.
Virginia Slims. And you get a whole.
Now, if you want a key to the city or anything like that, that's going to start to cost you. You got to go into your pockets for that one.
Oh yeah, CD to kitty.
But just a day. Oh, I can get you a day. Sure.
I said CD to kitty instead of city.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Right.
Yeah. When was the first time you got up on stage to do comedy?
Oh God.
Do you remember the act?
The act, no. I'm sure it was awful.
Yeah, the first couple are always bad.
Yeah. You know what? It had to have been around 1992, I think, because I had gone to an open mic at the Laugh Stop in Houston, and because I'd already I had an interest in it, and I watched it. They had 30 people go up that night.
Do you remember how old you were?
Like 24, I think, somewhere around there. And I watched the people, and I was like, "This is so awful. I could do this." And so I wrote some horrible jokes. I think, God, I can't even remember now. And came back and did them, and I was like, "Oh, that was good. That was cool." And you get that first laugh, and it's kind of like the first shot of heroin, and it's like, yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh man, this is cool." And I just kept coming back, and it gets in your blood, and you start doing it, and it's becomes a way you think of the world differently. You think of the world in ways of in terms of punchlines and setups and that sort of thing. And so you get into the life, and it's fantastic.
What's your creative process for crafting a new joke?
Oh man, well, see, I got out. I'm mostly retired from stand up, but for 30 years I did it, and most of the time, everything I wrote on stage, because I generally I knew the setup, where I wanted to go with the setup. I knew what the punchline would be, but when I got up there, I tend to, like I'm doing now, I just kind of ramble and get it out of my mouth and start spitting out just so that I could get the feeling of the words and the ideas out of my mouth. And I do that one time, and I do the one joke that I wrote, the one punchline that I had, and then the next time I'll come back and add a tag to that and do it a little differently. But I do all the writing on stage for the most part, except for that first punchline. I have that punchline written down in the setup, but everything else I kind of developed on stage, doing it multiple times, because you always find something you missed or that you never thought of before when you do it on stage, and then you do it again and you say, oh, there was something else that and so that's how the best advice I ever got on how to build like an album's worth of material was from an old school comic named Riley Barber from Houston, and he came basically that notion where if you look at the back of any great comedy album that you like or a CD or whatever, it's got just the different tracks, like the 8 different tracks, like moms or dad cooking or whatever. And that's the advice that I was given, where you have that joke, that boom, boom, the setup and the punchline. And then if you know that, that's going to work, you do that, and then you start adding tags to it and find something else, something that goes with it. And next thing you know, that 1 30-second setup punchline becomes a 4 or 5 minute bit. And then once you get that the way you want, you make that a little brick and you put that to the side and you do it with another joke. And by the end of the however long, you've got a wall of bricks of great material that you're comfortable with and you've worked out. And that's how you create an act.
Very cool. How do you get yourself to feature and guest? How do you manage that? Like, so you don't really get good. You get to meet and learn and shake hands at open mics, but you don't get good feedback, so you don't know if your jokes land or not.
Well, the only thing you don't know is other comics are the worst people to ask. The audiences will tell you. The audience will let you know if it's good or not. And being a feature act, see, it's a different world now. Back years ago when I started, it was opening act, feature act, headliner, maybe a guest spot in there if you went to a comedy club. And the way you got the feature work was be friends with the headliner. And how do you get a guest spot? Be friends with the headliner and the feature act. And you get in that way. Sometimes the club manager, it's good to know, but I never trusted him. So there you go.
Okay, so it's just networking.
As in all things, yeah. It's
yeah.
networking.
Yeah. Oh, that's very similar to what Al told me. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyone who is trying to break through, man, make sure you start networking now.
Yeah, it's all about that. Every major gig I ever got was because I knew somebody. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
No one saw the roast battle or...
No. No, not really. No. It's all who you know and, going on the road. Like, I got a lot of headline work on the road because I was working with Doug Stanhope. I had become friends with him, and he took me on the road, and we did a couple of road tours. And so every time I went and opened for him at a club, I got into that club, and I got that guy's information, the book, whoever books it. And so I would come back as a headliner a year later. And that's how it works.
It must be a really difficult business if you're introverted and you have a hard time making friends.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, and I'm not introverted. I just hate people.
All right.
And so I kind of understand, but yeah, it's 100%. Well, it's show business. This is show business, and you got to present yourself. You got to put yourself out there. Without if you don't believe in yourself, then why should some no dick club manager think anything of you?
I think every day about Big Baby Green, Eric Green telling me you have to be delusional, and I'm 100% delusional.
Sure,
so
I think delusional is helpful.
Everyone I've talked to seems to be that way.
Yeah. And everyone in showbiz is delusional to some point.
Yeah. When you're on stage, you seem I don't want to say that you are, but you seem loaded. How do you get that performance?
Like loaded, like drunk,
like drunk? Yeah.
Well, sometimes I am, but not all the time. I mean, it's mostly I just don't care. I think it's a complete disregard for what because I know what I'm doing. I know what I've always said audiences are a necessary evil in comedy. If there was no audience, I would still say these things. You just wouldn't get paid and no one would laugh at them. And so if you go up there with that same mentality, I'm going to say this stuff anyway. You just happen to be here. And I get disconnected. I honestly do not care about the audience. I really don't.
So you're ignoring the audience.
It's not ignoring. It's just I don't care what they think. And this is the thing.
Apathetic?
It's not apathetic as much as I look at it this way. I like what I do and what I like what I do. I like the things I talk about. I think they're funny. If you don't, I don't care. I honestly don't care because you're not going to like anything else I say. So go fuck yourself. I don't care. So go ahead, go leave.
But your act is brilliant, by the way.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. But at the end of the day, also, if somebody, I don't want to be confrontational, and I don't want them to leave thinking that they've been cheated or that they didn't have a good time. So I will go up there and I will do what I do. And if you don't like it, fine. Here's another scoop of ice cream you might not care for. And I try to find a middle ground, and so that they're happy too. So even if you walk out of here pissed off at everything I said, you still walked out of here thinking you had a good time. Does that make sense?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Do you test your audience to see like which levels you can kind of get them at?
Sure.
To
At
see-
the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's a very good rule of thumb if you're going to do quote unquote edgy or a little dirty or whatever. But for any comic of any measure, any level, do the most dirtiest, disgusting, worst thing you hate, you think is going to be so off-putting to the audience. Do that first. Do that first, because that gives you a baseline. Everything else you do, if somebody was offended by that, don't worry, it's not going to be that bad as we go through the set. It's going to get better. If you did like that, you're going to love this other stuff too. And so I like to get as bad as it out of the way early, and then go from there.
That's a good policy. It's like ripping off the Band-Aid or jumping into the pool.
Yeah, it's going into the deep end for sure. So just get it all out there, and then, okay, now we're going to have fun.
All right, don't want to switch from the comedy too much, but I can't ignore that all of your credentials for the voice acting.
Yeah.
How did you start there?
Okay. I get this question a lot.
Okay,
At
yeah. I
conventions.
mean, there's only really 3 questions. How did you start? Where are you going? And
Right. You
Yeah.
built everything's on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. When people ask me, I'll go to conventions, and people will ask me, they'll say, hey, how can I get into voice acting? And I'm perfectly honest, I haven't the foggiest idea how you get into this. It's because this is how I got into it, and it will not work for anyone else. I went to high school. I did comedy for many years, right? As we discussed. One day, I'm doing a show at a comedy club here in Houston. A girl I went to high school with was there with her then boyfriend, now husband. They didn't know I was on the show. They just went to a comedy club. They saw me. She comes afterwards, comes up and says, hey, remember me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, yeah, how's it going? I wanted to go to prom with you. You said no. Oh, we're chatting. This is my boyfriend, and his name's John Ledford, and we're talking and discussing, and he says, well, I'm starting a company that's going to bring Japanese anime to the United States, and we're looking for actors to audition to be in the shows. And I said, what's anime? And he says, it's kind of like Speed Racer. I went, okay, I know what that is. And he says, you want to come audition? So I said, sure. I went and auditioned. I got a part, got the lead, and did it. And it was something called Guy the Double Target, the very first one they ever did. It was some of my worst work ever. Hopefully I got better. But I did that for him. And then a few months later, hey, we're doing another one. You want to come? Yeah, sure. And then there's another 3 or 4. And then I've 300 titles later. This is where we're at. And I never really auditioned except for that one.
That's so crazy because
Yeah.
I don't know you from the anime. Like I know you from like seeing like some classes that you taught at the improv. Like when they were doing the open mics.
Oh.
I don't know, like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Somewhere around then. And so I know you from then. And then like I was just randomly watching like an anime. I think it was a Comic Got Killed. And I was like,
Yeah.
why is that dude so? Why is that voice so familiar?
Yeah, that's some of my finest work. That's a great death scene I have in that.
Yeah.
I thought I really nailed it.
Yeah, you were the dude with the eyeball on the head,
they had a
right?
third eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, his name escapes me now. They're
I don't remember the character's name.
Yonko or something like
Yonchu,
yeah.
He was like the opening character that the main character had to like. I'm no longer a pussy. I can actually kill somebody.
Yeah. That's the only one I've seen in a big screen, because when they made that one, they had that one and 2 other episodes, and they were showing it at Alamo Draft House to promote it. And so, hey, we're having a premiere. So I went and took this chick I had to thank for her, and that didn't work out, but never mind. Anyway, and so we go, and I'm watching it on the big screen. That's the first, and I never watch my stuff at all. But I got to see myself die on the big screen. I thought that was fun. I never watched my stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. I was surprised. I was like, why is this so familiar? And I saw the credits roll by. And I'm like, what the?
I have a friend of mine. He and his wife are anime fans, and she told me one time, we can't even watch stuff because if we see you're on it, we can't even watch it anymore because we hear your voice. We're like, that's Mungle. Fuck Mungle. can't even enjoy it. Well,
That's awesome.
I had a friend of mine years and years ago has over to his house for a barbecue or something, and he's got 3 kids, and the littlest one, it's got this little book. It's like some dragon fighting a princess or whatever. I don't know. And so She's probably 3 or 4. And my buddy goes, hey, man, we're doing stuff. Would you mind reading her book to her? She wants to get the book. She likes to have that book read to her. Can you do it? I'm like, sure. So I'm reading the book, and I'm doing the dragon voices like, oh, the little princess, whatever. So I'm doing these different voices through it. And I read it, and then the next day I get a call from him. He goes, dude, what the fuck did you do to my kid? What are you talking about? He goes, she won't let me read the book to her, man. She says I don't do the voices like Uncle Rob. You gotta come over here. You gotta record this now so I can play it for her. I was like, oh, sorry, man. He goes, yeah, I got a professional voice actor reading for my kid. Now you got to come over here every night and read this stupid thing.
No, man, that was your fault. You set that up.
Yeah, don't blame me.
Yeah.
This is just a natural skill. What can I say?
Yeah. Don't ask me to brush your kid's teeth, and you're going to end up with cavities. Like,
hey, don't get a dentist to brush your kids' teeth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were in fatherhood for him because he can't read books to his kid anymore. But he deserved it.
Yeah, I had an old friend of mine. She lives in Kentucky, and it's a girl I used to go out with. And she reached out to me on Facebook somewhere, and she goes, "Hey, could you do me a favor and sign something for my kid?" I'm like, "Sure." And so it was something with I played Amano Jaku, the cat in Ghost Stories, and so it was a picture of the cat, and I had to sign it and mail it to her. And she was like, "Thank you. I'm the one cool mom one time because I know somebody who's an anime." And I was like, well, glad I could help. I don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to charge people for that signature.
Yeah, right. Yeah, people do, but like at conventions and whatnot. But I don't. I don't like charge. I feel weird about it. It's just, I don't know.
Well, I guess you don't have to follow up with the taxes then if you're not charging, right?
Well, there's that, but also I don't like I'll go to the conventions and they provide you with a table to move your merchandise or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I have these little things, little pictures with some of my characters, and I'll charge $5 for that because I got to get them made. But if you just bring something up and want me to sign it, I can't charge for that. I don't feel right nickel and diming, most of these fans that spend a lot of money to come to these conventions.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I don't like.
Well, it's going to bring the community closer, and get people to your booth more too. If they know they can get signatures,
and which is not what I want because, like I said, I don't like people. but I don't mind signing and giving it away for free because.
Do you roast these kids that come up with?
No. I'm very appreciative. I think it's great that they have hobbies and they enjoy what we do and they keep us in business. So more the merrier. I'm all for that. It's just I don't like the idea of. I mean, I've talked to them. I'm not rude. I answer some questions, whatever. But I don't like the idea of charging for a signature. It just seems, I don't know, nickel and dime-ish to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's really generous, man.
Yeah, it's no skin off my nose.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, unless you have arthritis or something.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this. I'm actually wearing one. I didn't even plan on doing this, but there's, you meet people, and when you do these things, when you record these, and you put it out in the ether, and you think no one's ever going to watch it, or if they do, great. But this is the one, like I mentioned, I played the cat Amano Jaku in Ghost Stories. So I'm at a convention a year or so, maybe last summer, and a girl probably 16, 17, maybe 15, I don't know. She comes up, she goes, "Are you Rob Mungle?" I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, I made this for you." I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you. That's pretty." And she goes, "I wanted to tell you that years and years ago, or 2 years ago, my father and brother were in a car wreck and they died." And I said, "Oh, I'm very sorry." She goes, "But I stayed home from school for a year. I didn't go to school. I was really in a weird place, but I watched Ghost Stories every day or every other day, and I just wanted to laugh, and it made me happy. And I saw you were here, and I actually live like 2 miles from where the convention was." And she goes, "So I made this, and I wanted to give it to you, and I just wanted you to have it." I'm like, "Oh, gosh, that's so sweet, and thank you." And she goes, "You going to take it off?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to wear that forever. That's a good luck charm now." So when you see people and you do stuff that is silly and you whatever, but somebody in Ohio or wherever saw this thing and it touched them, and so it's very odd to me the way it's all interconnected.
Yeah. Do you see any comedy people ever at the conventions, or is there not?
Yeah. There's some crossover. Yeah. There's some people that know me from back we did a podcast called The Whiskey Brothers with myself and 3 other comics, and so I get.
How could people find that? Where should they look for to see that?
In a museum, maybe.
It's got to be on somewhere, right?
I think it's still whiskeybrothers.com. I think it's still out there. I think it's still active, but that's where we put them all out there. There's probably 1,500 episodes, I think.
That's amazing. That's quite the catalog.
Yeah, it's we did it. We did it for over 10 years. We started right when podcasts were new, and you asked me about the we are right. That was one of the things we never talked about was the process of writing. We made a concerted effort to never talk about the craft of writing.
Oh, no?
Yeah. And so for 1,500 episodes, we talk about everything but that, which I'm proud to say I'm rather happy about.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I get curious because I suck at comedy so much.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all right. No, I get it. There's people who are interested in it, but we knew going in we can't do a lot of episodes about the craft, as we like to call it.
Yeah, you kind of just have to chill and hang out. Like, I'm curious about like comics, about like where they came from, like how did they start, like the age that they started, you know, like how they craft like you know, their performances. But I also, you know, I've always been very inspired by like Charlie Rose. So I always wanted to tell like that kind of interview, you know.
Well, I'll tell you one of the best, if for anybody who wants to do comedy, that little brick analogy, that one, and the another great piece of advice I got was look at any great comic or any comic that you're a fan of, be it, you know, Jerry Seinfeld to Andrew Dice Clay to Bill Burr to whomever. You can describe their act in generally 5 or 6 words or less. Like Jerry Seinfeld, neurotic New York Jewish guy, right? Go back years to Jeff Foxworthy, redneck guy. Any great comic, certainly back in the original days, the Henny Youngman, Take My Wife Please, you know. Rodney Dangerfield, self-deprecating, oh, I get no respect. Every great comic, you can describe their act 7, 8 words or less. And the advice I got was find out what type of comic you want to be, and that's 7 or 8 words, and then write all your material, write your jokes in service of that character. So when you go back, when you see, you can tell when you can tell it's a Jerry Seinfeld bit when you hear it. You know, you can tell that's the way he writes. He writes towards that character. The same thing with all the old, you know, you might be a redneck. All those guys, they have a character, and they write towards that character, and that will do a couple of things. It'll define what you're trying to achieve, and it'll give you laser focus on what kind of jokes you need to write. Now, you could throw that character away at any time. You don't have to do that anymore. If it's not working, go invent another character, you know. But find out what you want to say and what kind of character you want to be and what people can describe your act in 5 or 6 words or less, and then be that thing. And that worked for me for years. I loved that advice.
When you say that's true off of stage too?
No.
Because
like a lot of people, say if you have a friend who's not in show business, they might say, "Oh, just go and be yourself." Right? You've heard that? Just go be yourself. Fuck that. Those people are lions. Never be yourself. That doesn't do any good. Nobody gives a fuck about yourself. You have the opportunity to go and be the uber you, the thing you want the world to see about you, and you can do that on stage. Go do that. Be that. Be your normal self off stage. Do whatever you want off stage. Who cares? But on stage, you're doing. That's why they call it show business. You're putting on a show. You're a character. This is what I want to talk about. This is how I'm going to give it to you, and do that, and that will help you go a lot further than anything else.
That's really cool. That's kind of what I do at my counter job at work. I never present my real self to the customer.
Right? Yeah, you're selling. Again, you're doing a sales job when you're on stage, and that's just do that. Go and sell.
So you would think that comedy is like sales?
To a degree. There's 2 aspects of stand-up: writing and performance. Some people are really good writers. They're not very good at performance. Some are great performers and not really great writers. It's when you get both of those down, that's when you get something good, and that's when you can get something magical. There are some people, and I tell people, if you have to buy jokes from somebody, you want to hire writers, go do it. If you're not a good writer, go do it. Hire somebody, give somebody 50, hey, I've got this joke, I'll sell it to you, okay. And then you make it yourself, turn it into what you would say, turn it into the way you would present it. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, if you can't perform, you're not as a strong a performer, go take acting classes. Take classes that have nothing to do with comedy.
Have you ever taken acting classes?
Years and years ago, when I was in college, I took an acting class. And for me, it didn't do me any good. Only because, and that's the thing about comedy. I talked about this at a convention a few weeks ago. There were two guys, voice actors, who were there, who were trained theater actors, okay? They're in plays. They work, regional theater. And they also do voice acting work. And they were talking about how, the camaraderie within a company, and you're working together toward a goal to put on a great play, And I was sitting there and I was dumbfounded because I'm like, that's nothing. There's nothing like that in the comedy world, because a comedian is on stage. They are by themselves. They are the writer, the director, the performer, and they're also their worst critic. And so when you have a group of comics, we all may root for each other. Oh, good for you. But if that guy gets that gig and I didn't, oh, motherfucker, what did he do? Whose dick did he suck? And so there's not a real, you're appreciative for your friends and the people you work with to get successful. But there's a little bit of a, like, damn it, why didn't I get that? Whereas actors, they're in a big play together. They're all working together. And so there's no individual. And so I told them that. I said, that doesn't occur. And they go, oh, man, we're so sorry because we get such joy out of working. Like, really? No. Because, we have, it's a comic and an actor are two different things. I don't think they have the same mindset. Because that's another thing. Being an actor, if I had to memorize a whole script and wait for somebody else to give me a line, no, I couldn't. That would drive me mad. I couldn't do that. No.
That was one of the reasons why I got drawn to comedy. Is it wasn't a team sport. I liked comedy and I liked boxing because it was just you on stage. But I couldn't do boxing. So.
Yeah. Well, you're fighting an audience, so there you go.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't. I like the idea of not having to rely on a fellow actor, because that's why I couldn't, like, long form improv groups. Ugh, fucking kill me.
I hate improv.
Kill me. Yeah, fucking kill me. I hate improv. And one of the things I despised about it was you have to always say yes and. That's the big thing. Like, no, I'm not going to say, if you're dumb and give me a stupid fucking, I'm not saying yes and. I couldn't do that. And so that's another thing that I couldn't, it's when I have to rely on somebody else, no thank you. And I've said for years that doing improv comedy is easy. Right? It's just a few magic tricks to do improv comedy, right? I said, you want to really impress me? Do improv drama. I want to go to a place that has if you're going to make me cry. You can make me laugh easy. Fuck you. Make me cry, motherfucker. Do that.
Oh, yeah, that's the challenge. I would love to do that. I think I could win that one.
What's the topic? Okay, your grandmother died. Go. Give me an emotion, sadness, whatever. I would pay to see that. If somebody could pull that off, that's talent.
I think I could do that easier than the improv comedy. Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. But nobody ever does a improv drama night.
Yeah, no one wants to go out to be sad. Yeah, they'll go to an actual play for that, right?
Yeah. Two gay guys in a boat. Yeah. Nothing to it.
Oh, man. So I know you cook a lot. What's your favorite dish to cook?
I like cooking stuff I've never done before. I always like a new one. Anytime I redo one, I think, I've done it. But I'm big into Italian food. I like making my own pasta, and that sort of thing. I really enjoy Italian food at the moment. That'll change next week, though, probably.
So you only like to make a dish once or twice, and then you're done with it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How do you find new recipes then?
I always find new stuff all the time.
Is it like something you creatively think, or it's something you find online? Or
I'll find something and I'll make it correct the first time, and then I'll do it my way. I'll add or subtract stuff. Okay. The only thing I make continually, I entered a lot of chili cook-offs and a lot of gumbo cook-offs. So I have that down. But everything, I like to find new stuff. I prefer that.
So you would say you have the best chili in Houston then?
I do have the best chili. I'm demonstrable. I have trophies to this effect.
Awesome.
Numerous ones.
What's the base of your chili? How do you start?
Well, it's I'll tell you. I'll give you the secret ingredient. Right? There's over 30 ingredients in my chili.
Is it love?
No, it's hatred.
Oh, yes. I sprinkle in the hatred.
Yeah, I sprinkle in the hatred. And people don't believe me when I tell them this, but there's stuff that goes with it. I put crushed pineapple in my chili, and it's amazing. It's so good.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and because
Acidity.
if you use crushed pineapple and you put it in last and let it steep and boil it, for whatever, after 20 minutes it's completely gone. It disappears. You can't see it anymore. But the flavor is still there. And when people taste it, they're like, "What the hell is that?" I go, "It's pineapple. You never would have guessed it." And I go, "Oh my God, it is pineapple." So, and I make a very spicy chili, and so that cuts it a little bit and gives it a little different element.
You think Texas is the best place to get the chilies?
Sure.
Sure. You're like, oh, no.
Just don't put beans in it, man. As long as it doesn't have beans, that's fine.
Where did you think the beans came from in Chile?
Northern bastards who wanted to ruin something delicious by putting beans in it.
I'm from up north, so that's
Yeah.
the chili I know. Yeah.
Yeah, they put beans in it. Is that you with the spaghetti? Put chili on spaghetti?
No.
That part of the Midwest? No, that's not you?
No. It was just crock pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they like.
I think it's Ohio where they put the chili on spaghetti instead of spaghetti sauce.
I mean, that's where I'm from, but I don't remember my parents ever doing it. But I ate kosher everywhere.
Ah.
When I grew up, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I don't know if like a.
I don't know that chili's kosher.
Just you
Maybe.
don't have to put cheese in it, right? So.
Well, yeah, you don't have to. No.
No, it's just like pretty much what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's just meat, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I use ground beef and breakfast sausage.
Yeah, I guess I would probably have some pork in it then.
Yeah, I like pork and beef,
Yeah.
but no beans. Fuck a
The
bean,
trafe.
man. Fuck a bean.
Fucking trafe.
Yeah. Hate beans.
Is like in general, is there
I
anything?
hate all beans. All
Yeah,
beans.
there's
Hate all
no
beans.
good place for a bean.
No bean. No.
No beans.
They offer nothing. And when people put it in chili, I don't understand it. It offers nothing. It offers nothing to the chili. There's no. It's a bean. Beans aren't flavorful. You have to make them flavorful. So they don't offer anything to the chili except extra whatever.
You know, I don't like rice much either.
Yeah.
Yeah, never been a fan of rice.
I don't eat plain rice, but yeah.
Yeah, I can never figure out how to make rice good.
Yeah. Chinese. I like Chinese food rice.
Yeah.
Stir fried. Yeah.
The stir fry rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, stir fry rice is fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, back when I wasn't eating kosher, Mamba's was my favorite fried rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Is there any restaurants in town that you adore that you would recommend for people?
Well, I'll tell you, once a week or once a month, if you live in Houston, you have to go to Asia Town, back off 59 in Harwin. You ever been over there?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Hundreds of Chinese, Indian, Japanese, Filipino restaurants.
And a lot of halal stuff over there too.
Correct. There's maybe 100, over 100. And once a week, twice a week, whatever, once every 2 weeks, myself and a couple of my friends, we go down there. Huggins among them, Andy Huggins. And we will go and check out a new place and just find out a new restaurant in Asia Town. And there's so many good ones down there. So many.
Yeah, the whole area. Another good place for good Asian food is Bel Air down.
Yeah, sure. That's in the kind of connected.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like Bel Air and 59 is like more towards like the hospital than the
Yeah.
like that Harwin and
Yeah.
but-
A lot of
But
good
man-
restaurants.
yeah, there's a lot of good restaurants. So you like the Asian food is what you go to when you eat out?
Not just, but I'm a fan of it. I don't go out and eat Italian. I don't go out and eat. I love Indian food. I'm a big fan of Indian food, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah. I don't know.
What do you order at the Indian restaurants?
Whatever chicken marsala or the butter chicken. I love that, and a good sag paneer. Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
It's stupid, but more people are interested in what food you like than probably all the comedy advice. I guarantee it. More people will watch based on the restaurants you said than on any of that
Probably.
great advice.
I'll tell you this: if you can do it, and I highly recommend this. I've worked at a couple of restaurants, and I ran a couple of them in my years past. But we would make a breakfast pizza, but we would go to this Indian restaurant that was down the street and buy naan that morning. They're fresh naan, and that's what we made our breakfast pizzas with, was the naan. So we would put got any number of things on there. We had like 4 or 5 different ones, but we used the naan bread, as the base of the pizza. And I cannot recommend that enough. It's so good.
That does sound amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, you just put marinara sauce and cheddar cheese on that, it'd be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. But we would do a little more. But
I hope so if you guys are foodies.
Yeah.
I'm so lazy when it comes to food, but I try my best to cook.
Yeah, I love cooking. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's there was a video my buddy and I wanted to make where we were in the grocery, we were doing shopping, whatever. There was a frozen grilled cheese sandwiches. So you take the grilled cheese sandwich, take it out, and you got to put it. It's made. It's frozen. It's a grilled cheese sandwich. The easiest, simplest thing on the goddamn planet to make.
This is a travesty.
And they have made it. They tried to make it easier. And so the whole point of what we were going to do is like, I can make this faster from scratch than you can from frozen.
It's like, I guess they were thinking Uncrustables are so popular.
Yeah.
And they wanted to get some of that Uncrustable money.
My guess. But it's like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Frozen French bread. I don't understand that. Like, the buttered French bread, it's frozen. Why? What is the point? You have get French bread and put butter on it. That's it. Why do you have frozen French bread? What is whatever. People have to live their lives, I guess.
The bread thing I could see because like some markets might not have good bread, so like you'd freeze it and send
it's not good when it's frozen.
Yeah. I know like back way in the day, I used to work at a bagel shop and they would make the challah bread for Passover once a year. Not for Passover, but I guess
Hanukkah?
No, I think it might have been Purim or something. Well, one of the non Passover holidays where you're allowed to eat bread. Any holiday except for that one, really.
That's like the Jewish Halloween, right?
Yeah, Purim is Jewish Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you can eat bread on that one.
And we would freeze that, and it would defrost fine.
Yeah, that's fair. But I don't get a box of frozen. No.
Frozen bread in general seems like a no-no, right?
Yeah, it's silly.
I'll do it with my bagels. If I get like Thomas bagels from the store and I know I'm not going to eat them for a while, I'll throw them in the freezer.
Fair enough. But that's fine. But frozen French bread, fuck off. No, I'm sorry. No.
And so they have committed a crime then.
It's not a crime. It's just, what are you doing with your life? Why? It's bread.
Oh, no. They
take a slice of bread, you put butter on it, and you put it in the goddamn fucking toaster. There's no call, there's no need for, it's not solving a problem, frozen bread. It's not solving a problem.
I love how angry this made you.
It's just, I don't know that it's anger. It's, why? Why? What are we doing? Anywho.
Yeah.
It takes more energy to protect that frozen bread in its frozen state than it does to just create a piece of bread. Use more energy. I guarantee you use more energy for frozen French bread than just a regular piece of French bread. If you hate the environment, go ahead. Use it. Get your French bread, you lazy fuck.
What else do you hate at the supermarket?
I don't know. I hate a lot of stuff, but it hits me in different waves.
That's great. The outrage.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't get it. That's my point. I don't understand why. Is that a anywho? Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's what we're here for. To see the process.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, that's crazy. Where do you see yourself? In a little bit of time. Like,
I don't know. Hopefully alive.
Yeah.
We'll see. I've got different stuff coming down the pike that I can't talk about, but I think there's a couple of projects I'm very happy about on the anime world, and I don't usually get happy about the anime world projects.
And do you like anime in general, like watching those cartoons? Or is it...
I'm not I watch it. I don't go out of my way to watch it. There's other and people say, do you watch a lot of anime? They ask, do you watch? And I'm like, well, I don't really watch the ones I'm in because I've already seen it. Because I was
you read the script.
Yeah, and I've seen it, recorded it so I've seen it. So I'm not going to go. And if I have to watch one that I know my friends are in, I'll get, I'm being taken out of the suspension of disbelief. Because I know that guy, he's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Do you have a genre of TV that you go to? Any shows you're watching?
The Plurbius, however you say it. I just finished that a while back, and it's so good. I love that so much.
I think I had a coworker who was talking about that
it's
show.
so good. It's a nice little spin on the Attack of the Body Snatchers kind of trope. It's really well done.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just finished that, and then, man, I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff like that. So, I don't get into, like, I've really gotten away from Netflix, the different series, especially see like I know it's only 8 episodes or whatever, but I don't want to fucking watch a series. Can I watch a movie? I want movies. I want movies to come back. I like 90 minutes. Okay, boom. Nah, I gotta set aside 8 hours for this stupid fucking show or whatever. So I don't like starting series unless I know it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What movies have you seen recently?
What did I see that was? Well, I'm in love with. Oh my god. The DiCaprio one. The war. Another Day, Another War. Whatever it's called. Fuck. Just got nominated for an Oscar.
I'll Google it real quick.
It's this big.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Anyway, it's really good, and he's got Benicio del Toro in it. And
Recent DiCaprio movie. All right.
Yeah, it's
one battle after another.
That's it. One battle after another.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I loved it.
Oh, that's great, man. I love movies and TV and anime. I watch way too much stupid anime.
Yeah.
Like, all the anime I watch is not something I would be interested if it was live action or like. It's like turn off your brain and let yourself rot.
Yeah.
It's every single show is exactly the same as the last show. Like,
yeah, there's some similarities to be sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially,
I'd say keep watching them because I like getting paid.
Yeah, no, I'll keep them at least in the background,
right,
sure. And make sure that they're still on. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. I've always just loved because I draw a lot. I've always loved the cartooning and the illustrating, so that's always pulled me in. But the writing I've seen has gone on the shows that I like. Has gone like maybe they were always that way. Very, very lazy. Like if you watched one and you've watched every single one of like you could change the name and like the main character is exactly the same.
What's fun is you can watch it now. When I'm recording, there's a little thing. It's as part of the direction. They give you the line plus a little direction. And my favorite thing is M-N-S after the line or before the line. It says M-N-S and then gives you the line. M-N-S means mouth not seen. So that means you can do whatever you want. You can be bigger, you can be smaller, because your mouth's not good. In general, you have to match the lip flaps of what's coming out. Whatever you say has to match the lip flaps. If there's no lip flap count, you can do whatever. You can act bigger, you can pull back, you can do whatever. So that's the best thing. And you can always tell if an anime had a decent budget or not, because it'll have a lot of stuff that says M&S, mouth not seen, because it's expensive to animate a mouth. You don't have to pay to animate a mouth if you just put on like a ninja mask or a shield or shoot them from the back facing another way. That's how you can tell if an anime had a decent budget or not. That and the fingers.
I always also notice if the anime doesn't have a decent budget, like there's not a lot of movement when the characters are on screen. Yeah. Like their mouths move, but their bodies don't.
An easier way to mimic movement is when they'll do something like this, move, and then they'll move stuff around it, like a flash of light or something, like
yeah.
And so that's how they can simulate movement and save money.
Well, I mean, like even like in a scene like that, the two characters are sitting down on a couch and talking to each other, like we are now. Like you don't see them move or shuffle or anything. No. They're just
it's a static shot.
Yeah,
they'll just animate the mouth. They might have like that camera there, a 2-shot, and then just animate the mouth.
Yeah, and I noticed that on the cheaper animes.
Oh yeah, there's no shortage of that.
Yeah. But like you gotta get the script going, so
Yeah, you have to drive the narrative.
Gotta drive the narrative.
Yeah.
You can't spend too much money on those. You got the big dragon at the last episode to illustrate still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I need to get going soon. I have to.
Oh yeah, well I asked all my questions. So please tell us where we can find you. Any social medias you want to say?
You can find me on Instagram at Soulfinger Sweet Boogie. That's the main way to find me. I keep all the anime and comedy stuff there pretty much.
Cool. Is there any shows we can catch you live to perform comedy at?
Not till I go back to Minnesota and Chicago in May for conventions, I believe, and June.
That's awesome. I really appreciate having you on here. It's been a blast.
It's my pleasure.
Man.
Thank you.
I learned a lot, and
well, glad to help.
I learned a proper way to make chili.
Right. Here's another. Put chocolate in it too.
Oh, I've heard the chocolate.
Chocolate works
before.
right.
Is that dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Like you get like Hershey Kisses, not Hershey, but the Hershey stuff you put in cookies. You know, like a bag of it. Just half a bag in it. You know, boom.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the name of my new podcast. My name is Steven Rosenbaum. Check me out at owenstevensphotography.com or Rosenbaum Draws or Steven Rosenbaum, or that's the name of my new podcast on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me.